Hey crypto kids, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm with the legend DaVinci J15. How are you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm 5x5. You know how I do. I'm always
staying alive.
You're in Dubai.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are.
Exactly.
Same thing. All right. Okay. So today I have the legend DaVinci. Like I promised, we're gonna go through some of our top altcoin picks, which we believe can do very well going into the next bull market, making maybe even up to 100x. What do you think, DaVinci? Is possible?
I think so. 100x is possible in this market because there's a lot of new technology and lots of room to grow because as more and more people come into this space, they see the value. And when they do see the value, they're like, oh shit, am I too late? I gotta get in, gotta buy now.
And that's when the euphoria kicks in.
Exactly, yes.
And that's when the alt season starts, right? So we're very close to the alt season. So now we're seeing the price pumping on Bitcoin. And the way that it works, DaVinci, is right. So you see the capital flow into Bitcoin first, then into Ethereum, and then into alts. So I think the alt season is going to start after the halving. What do you think on that?
Well, I think alt season is starting to actually occur right now as we speak.
Yeah.
This is a time for you to start looking for good alts. We've turned the corner. I think pretty much in September, October, things started to rise. Yes, they will come back down so they can catch a little bit of, that's not a fallen knife, by the way. They will be moving back up. Some even things like as crazy as bonk.
Well, but that's bonkers, though.
Yes, it is bonkers. Yes, but they will be back. Bonk will be back.
So I say, right, let's jump into the altcoins. I think we have about 7, right? So we have like 7 or 6 altcoins, and we're going to put them all here on a watch list that if DaVinci allows me to, I'll make it, publish it for everyone to see.
Okay, sure.
So, okay.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Awesome. So let's start off with the first altcoin, and let's do a drum roll. So can we do a drum roll on this? And ladies and gents, it is going to be, yes, you guessed it, a meme coin,
yes.
Shiba Inu. And I have a funny story with Shiba Inu personally because I've actually invested, like the first big money that I made in crypto was with Shiba. And it was like I bought it here and literally it was the 50th token in terms of highest market cap. I just put like $200 in. And then what happened was it went to the moon. And I turned like 1K into $20,000, something like that, 1.5K. And I didn't sell because I was too greedy. So what would you say to people in terms of taking profit?
Sell half on a double, right? So I know this guy, Amir, he actually bought Shiba Inu, 25 Bitcoins worth of Shiba Inu down there and told me to do the same. And I didn't. And yeah, he denied.
Did he sell then?
Yes, he did.
Okay, that's good. Wow, so maybe he's the one that caused this to happen.
He probably did.
25 Bitcoin? Like,
yes.
How much would that equal? So if you're here, the price of Bitcoin, I mean, it's going to take a household to check, but I think we can put Bitcoin here, actually. If we put Bitcoin, so if we put the asset of price of Bitcoin, so here it was at like $30,000 when Bitcoin was worth 30K. And then, wow, I mean...
Yes.
Yeah, that's just insane. All right, so your rule of thumb is to take profit when your money doubles. So when your money doubles, take out your original.
Exactly. So immediately start taking out your. Now with him, it was impossible for him to do that in the low later strategy because you will create massive exit liquidity.
Exactly.
Right, and so obviously he had to do it in stages all the way up.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, that doesn't look good.
Yes, exactly.
And in terms of the little old lady strategy, how would you funnel the money you make from Shiba Inu or any of these other altcoins that we're going to share with you guys today back into Bitcoin? So what would you do? How would you do that?
Well, you sell half,
okay,
and you put it into Bitcoin.
You
right?
put it into Bitcoin. Okay,
exactly.
You don't keep it in fiat. You don't keep it in cash.
Hell no. What are you, nuts?
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so Shiba Inu, you're bullish on it because they're actually building a layer 2 on Ethereum, correct?
Exactly, yeah. So they're building a separate layer which allows you to transact with Shiba as the fee mechanism instead of Ethereum as a fee for doing transfers. So that makes more sense, right?
So it's not completely a meme coin. It actually has some utility behind it, I guess.
Yes, exactly. And then, of course, you're going to have also all the DeFi protocols like so Uniswap, 1inch, all that running on that second layer because it's just an Ethereum
Wow. So Shiba, guys, I've not sold my Shiba since, so I guess I'm not gonna sell it anymore. And my mom would be pretty happy because she also has money in Shiba. So there you go, mom. Keep your Shiba. Okay, cool. Now jumping into the next altcoin. This is actually one of my picks. I think it's a bit more of a degen play, and it's called Hive Mapper. And the reason why it's a bit of a degen play is because it's already done a lot in X's. But I've went through their business model and I've went through their products, and it looks like it looks like an interesting token overall because DaVinci, basically what they do is you can actually purchase these dash cams for about $300, right? Which I think is expensive, like you said too. But you put them on your dashboard of your car and you map the roads. And in exchange, Hive Mapper sells this data on your behalf, which is their business model, and you get Hive Mapper tokens, which is Honey tokens. And their competitor is directly Google Street View, which makes about $12 billion annually. And I think it's a pretty interesting business model. What do you think?
Yes, I think so. I just need to look at what the ROI for the individuals who do take purchase this camera equipment. When will they see a return on investment? Is it rapidly? If so, then they have something that's actually solid, right? Because then people will do that if they say, okay, well, in 6 months, I'll be getting paid more than $300. So the next 6 months, I'll get $300. It's small. It's a small amount of money, but hey.
But imagine, think of all the truck drivers in the world. That small amount of money may be a lot for them going into the long run. So
yeah, so a truck driver might earn more than that. In the case of an average person, but it all will depend on how much they're willing to give, and so I don't know all the details. So,
Exactly.
But I do like the idea.
yeah.
If they executed it well, I think it will work.
And imagine if they partner up with Uber or something where every single Uber driver has this. And I don't know, it's like, I think there's a lot they can do with it. Probably they need to scale to actually raise more money to make it bigger and do all of these things. But
yeah, you're right. There's a lot more to it if they're up to scale.
Exactly.
So once, if they have like all the Uber drivers, for example,
Yes.
the amount, what they can come up with is astronomically beautiful, right? If they get to that point. So but they have to get there. So.
Exactly. And 100%, I completely agree with that. So let's add Honey token to our DaVinci's Picks watch list too. So we've got Shiba Inu, we've got Hive Mapper, and our third project is VeChain, which DaVinci did not want me to put on there for some reason. But I've been trying to tell him.
This is not going into my portfolio, I know that.
Oh yeah, okay, it's fine. I'll publish it as DaVinci's and CryptoKids watch list. What do you think?
Okay, fine. As long as it's people understand, I do not agree with this one. And you could explain why.
All right. So look, I think it's incredible because maybe it's a bit ambitious, but their goal is to create traceability on everyday products that we use. So I was giving DaVinci the example. The biggest thing here is that the world has an agenda of sustainability, right? And the SDG goals. Now, if you were to track each product that was, actually like you could prove on the blockchain, they were farm to table, it meets the sustainability requirements, and you could check all of that by just scanning the VeChain ID on the product, making sure on the blockchain it's all verified. I think that would be pretty revolutionary and it would match with the current world's agenda. But for some reason, DaVinci doesn't think so.
Yes, well, we talked about this. I said look
Yes.
at it from small perspectives of like you are being a business owner who wants to run a little corner shop.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
And you buy some vitamins, you buy some Coke, you buy some Sprite, right? And you store it in your basement. Are you going to actually put this all where you stored it in?
No, true, very true.
Right? No, that's not happening.
Yeah.
Now, I told you right in our conversation earlier, if their marketing went directly to manufacturing only,
Yeah.
they have a product. But going to a larger scale, worldwide scale, which they want to get everyone in every single point of entry, hell's no. It's a pipe dream. No. So their marketing is completely off. And once their marketing is off, then I'm out.
Makes sense. Yeah, I think it is an ambitious one, but if somehow they can manage to make this work, I think it has a lot of potential. Like I mentioned, it follows the global agenda and what people are pushing, sustainability and SDG. So that's why if they target that specifically, I think they can raise a lot of money and push this into the Web 2 and traditional space.
Little kid, no one's going to scan the barcode of this water and
I disagree.
and
I
check
think
to see where it came from. And
I think the world
whether
is-
it was stored in your fridge or not.
Man.
No.
dude, maybe not water, but like I think for products. Look, let's see what happens. But anyways, moving on. Let's go into the next altcoin, and it's called TrueFi. Now, TrueFi, it's something that I personally don't have any clue with, so I'm just gonna leave it to Da Vinci and tell us all about it.
Yes, TrueFi. I didn't do a full deep dive on this one. You can't do deep dives on every single cryptocurrency out there. But is it worth giving it a shot? I think so. Here's why. Because it is a DeFi play where you can actually earn dollars because, well, they go out with all the different DeFi applications out there. Let's just start with a simple one as Uniswap. And they look for opportunities that where your dollars can grow.
Yeah.
You can they can provide liquidity.
It says 17.23% for USDC and 19.2% up to for USDT. So yeah, you're about to explain how that model really works. How does that work?
In a simpler way, right? So that people can understand without having to melt their brain. Right? Uniswap allows you to put liquidity, and when it does that, it tries to keep your dollar value the same. It doesn't keep for example, your unit value. Let's just say you put in Uniswap token and Ethereum token together into the liquidity.
Yeah.
They try to keep your dollars the same.
Yeah.
And or more, basically. And then when you do provide that liquidity, they give you a percentage of the earnings as people do trades.
Yeah.
You get a percentage of that.
Okay.
And so that's an easy way to earn money because one, it's the losses don't occur because it's calculated. It's absolute. It's fixed, right? Okay. But there is a way to lose in permanent losses, right? So, but that's a different.
Yes, it may be up to 19%, but of course, there's a chance that you make negative APY as well.
Yes, but the thing is, it's an aggregate over time. So if they notice that there's a negative, they would probably pull the liquidity and move somewhere else.
Makes sense. Okay, so it's interesting. I think it's interesting, and maybe more so to actually purchase the token. It may be an interesting thing to check out the platform itself and see how it functions. But yeah, that's another altcoin pick from Da Vinci over there, and we can add it to our watch list. So we need to add VeChain, and don't worry, I'm gonna make sure that it says Crypto Kids and Da Vinci's altcoin picks. So we got VeChain, and we've got what's this called? TrueFi. And DeFi is going to be a massive space. Like, I think alongside DeFi, we're going to see GameFi bring on the next billion active users to crypto. And speaking of GameFi, we have two very interesting GameFi projects that may be a good idea to look into. And of course, nothing in this video is financial advice, by the way. Always do your own due diligence into every project that you come across. It's super important because really the projects that you do your due diligence on tend to be the best ones that, actually perform. Because if you check that they have a good business model, they make money, then and look at the token that it's undervalued, then it may be a good investment, right? So
exactly, because then if you spend enough time on that project, it becomes part of you, and then you can increase your investment on that project because you know the people involved, you know why it's going to work, what are the sticking points, so that you know when to pull your money out if it's not gonna, if they don't fix those problems. You know a lot more detail, so that allowing you to put a bigger investment in it if you do a major research on that project.
Exactly. And really, there's nothing like easy money, right? So you always got to put in the work. You always got to do in the research. And maybe 8 out of 10 of the projects fail, but those 2 out of 10 should hopefully do a lot of gains so that it recovers the losses on the other projects. And that's just the rule of thumb in investing overall. So going into the 2 GameFi projects, the first one is Star Atlas, which has a little bit of a higher market cap and is down like 92% still.
Yes, but those are the coins you want to buy. You don't want to buy something that's up. 92%,
Yes.
and from its all-time high.
Exactly.
If you do that, you're a fool.
Exactly.
You're the greater fool. But if you're here buying the bottom,
Yeah.
you're the smart guy,
Exactly.
right? So why not be the smart guy instead of the fool?
That is 100% true.
Right?
That is very true.
So there you go. Now there's no guarantees, of course, right?
Yeah.
Just like we've said, but you get a higher higher probability.
And if you had your own investment portfolio, how much money would you actually end up allocating to each of these projects that we mentioned?
Well, I would say no more than 5% in each project.
Okay.
Because these projects are high risk projects, and so I say no more than 5%, but I would go even lower and do like 1 or 2%.
Okay, makes sense. And that's a very important point. Like personally speaking, my portfolio is about 50% in Bitcoin right now. I'm trying to increase that a little bit more. But the remainder 40%, I split between high caps and low caps, but that's just my personal risk tolerance. It all depends on how much risk that you would be willing to take. But Star Atlas overall, they seem to have a very, very interesting game. I think they're built on Solana, or is it Ethereum? I think it's on Ethereum.
Yes, it's
Ethereum.
Yeah, and so I'm bullish on Ethereum, and I'm bullish on this project. So let's see how it goes. Whether it works or not, we take that chance, right?
Exactly. And let's just quickly add this to our watch list, and that is going to be Star Atlas. Now, I think I have a bonus one that I want to add at the end of this video. So make sure to stay tuned until that, and make sure to leave a like and subscribe to both of our channels. That would be very much appreciated. I'm trying to hit 30K by the end of this year, and if we can do that while I'm 16, that would be absolutely sensational.
30K subscribers?
Yeah, I'm at 29.3.
Oh, cool. Awesome. I just hit over 400,000 just a couple of days ago, and I'm just happy about that. I will send some people your way. I'll just go quickly publish this. When you send it to me, the link, I'll do a post as well.
Oh, dude, thank you so much, man. Really, really appreciate that. Okay, are we ready for the final one?
Yes, we are ready.
All right, okay, so this is Medieval Empires. Both me and Da Vinci are sweating the hell out of this game. Like we are, well, actually he's not. He's not even shedding a sweat because he's hired someone to play for him. So
yeah, he hasn't been playing actually. So I'm a little bit upset with my driver.
Yeah, your drivers.
He just got lazy a bit.
Oh really?
Yes.
Yeah. But dude, have you seen there's like guys in like Town Hall 20 now? It's crazy.
Yeah, I was like I got up to 17 and then. Wow. But to get to 20, do you know how hard it is? Because you have to pay. I mean, in order to get that speed of the development, I mean, because it takes forever at my level.
Yeah.
To wait for those townhouses to grow.
Yeah, dude. But they actually introduced incredible upgrades. So now it's actually much easier to collect rewards and keep leveling up because it was so hard. I remember back in summer, I was like stuck at Town Hall 11 and then I just quit. But I think they realized that, and now they have more of a Clash of Clans model where you have different things that you can do to make sure that you have more resources. But the gist of it is, I think Medieval Empires is actually like a genuinely addicting game to play, and it's very, very low market cap, $2.8 million compared to Star Atlas, which is $91 million, and it's not down, actually 92%. It's back up to basically back up to where it started off at, and only about 1,800 token holders, which is not bad at all.
Exactly. So you have with this particular game, which me and you and Carl and so many of our friends have invested in, that this is an easy play to get the 100x. This is the 100x.
Yeah.
Right. If this thing goes to $1 billion market cap.
Oh my God. That would be crazy. I think I would be retiring YouTube if that happens.
No, problem is if you wouldn't have exit liquidity.
Exactly. It wouldn't work that way. It's just like the Shiba guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It wouldn't.
Yeah, but anyways, in the long run, I think that this game would do very well based off of my personal research. I mean, the game is actually fun to play in beta, and the tokenomics model is pretty genius because you can do so much by staking it. You can get land, and I think it's a pretty cool model. Maybe one day we'll do a live stream where me and you actually play the game.
Exactly, because it's fun.
It's very fun to play. But that basically wraps up our list. Now, if I just add the final token here, I do want to give two extra ones, but I'm not going to go too much detail into them. I think they're going to be Polygon and IMX. Now, the reason why I want to add Polygon and IMX, if that's cool with you too, is because all of the GameFi projects are now being built on either Polygon or they're built on IMX, or a lot of them actually are transferring from Polygon to IMX. And look, I think because GameFi is going to be such a big deal, if we see a lot of GameFi projects building on these two platforms, then I think the token as well can surge alongside it. So just want to add IMX and Polygon. And just something interesting about IMX is that they've built like a ID system where the biggest issue in Web2 gaming is that they don't understand how to create wallets and then sign into different games. It's a big hassle. But all the games on IMX, what I've heard is that they'll be under the same ID, so you don't have to worry about connecting your wallet and doing all that stuff. So I think it's pretty cool. And ladies and gents, those are our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 altcoin picks that we believe can do very well in the next market. I will probably end up publishing this list, and you can check out the description below to find it. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, DJ15, for coming on.
Cheers,
and yeah,
anytime.
We'll see you guys very soon on the channel. So guys, take care. Have a nice day, and Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.